I'm continuing to move in this direction of like an anti-information diet. But like when I work now, I realize that I can if I just remove my phone altogether from the room, my level of focus just goes, it feels like I'm on drugs. And what's crazy though is that, especially if you have, so now I just take my phone when I leave, but like when I'm at home, it's not with me, because anything that's work related, I have Slack, and unfortunately, I feel like the vast majority of like the text messages that I get are usually requests. They're things that people want from me. Want me to meet, want me to talk, want me to whatever. And so I end up just getting stressed from seeing all the messages. And so I may end up just changing my number again, but like, which I do every so often. But just putting it away, when I go to sit down on my computer, I still feel like that ghost itch of like, I want to reach for my phone. There's a pause point here for like a split second. Let me grab my phone just for that dopamine.
Yeah.
And so like, I try to not do that. And media sources, social media and news in general, I don't consume any formal news. The only news I get is as I'm posting stuff on social media so that I can get it out. But I'm currently trying to figure out a desktop version of that so I can just plan it so I don't have to consume. It's just really hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least for me. And like, I notice if I start my day consuming some social media, like I'm just not as sharp. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm a little bit foggier. And I think it's just like, it's like you get overstimulated and then everything else seems less interesting by contrast.
Yeah.
So just eliminating it overall has been very, very helpful for me.
When did you start doing that?
When my new executive assistant came in. A lot of people don't know is like news stations are private. So like, they're just like HBO. They're just like HBO. They have programming and people show up for their shows, and they have commercials, which is how they make money. And so like their intention is to keep attention, not to, disseminate truth, right? That's not the goal, because the thing is like the really true stuff is not interesting and will fail compared to a sensationalized news. Like it's just dollars and cents. So they have to make it, and that's just the nature of the business, and I understand that. I'm not poo-pooing it, but I don't necessarily need to subscribe to it. You know what I mean? Like people want to give their attention to it. So then there will be somebody who will sell those eyeballs to advertisers. But their intention is not to educate me. Their intention is to make the world's problems my problem. And I have enough problems, and so I don't need to add more that are irrelevant to me, to my list.
Yeah. So on the scale of understanding what's going on in the world, would you say you're closer to like a 1 out of 10, like no nothing?
Probably a 2.
Okay.
Probably a 2.
What would you say you are, Graham?
Oh gosh, probably an 8.5 to a 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm probably a 4.
You're a 4? Really?
Yeah. I'm super out of touch as well. Yeah.
Really?
Look at your bank account. Now look at mine. Now look at your bank account. Now back to mine. Sadly, it doesn't look like mine. But it could if you joined Skool. Come with me. Where are you? You're at a party, but not just any party, your party. And you get to decide who's invited. You can come in, my dear. You cannot. Give me your money. And because it's your party, it can be free or it can be paid. It's up to you. And you're talking about whatever you want to talk about because it's your party. Learning and having fun. Fun! But don't believe me, look at these numbers. This is the real leaderboard from last month. And sure, I could talk about Bill, who's making $62,000 a month, helping people bookkeep better. Or Jamie, helping women invest, making $41,000 a month. But what about the average school community? Well, the average paid community makes $1,360 per month. How about them apples? What's that? The ticket to the thing that you've always wanted to go to. My headquarters here in Vegas. Become one of the top 10 communities and you can fly out. Look, over there. The ticket is now a torch. No, it's an engagement ring to the business of your dreams so that you can marry it forever. Because 1 out of 2 businesses on Skool create money online. Anything is possible on Skool. Click the link to start for free.